The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Thank you for joining us, Keith Tebow at FRC Media. It is Wednesday, and we are back to our weekly conversations. We began last week with Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor, how are you this week?
Doing okay, Keith. How about you guys?
I am doing really well. We had a little weather again this week, a little snow, a little rain, a lot of slush. But now a cold front has come through. It's going to be quite cold in the city over the next few days. And I know the city likes to prepare for those who may be vulnerable this time of year to get some help. What does that look like in terms of getting people inside over the next few days, especially the weekend, which should be really cold?
Yeah, the weekend is the challenge right now. We had a meeting yesterday with some of our nonprofits that work with our homeless. And as you know, the Tomeo Center is open every day now during the week, Monday to Friday. During the day, people get a cup of coffee, grab a sandwich. So that would be our homeless shelter during the week. Saturday and Sunday, I believe Sunday, we can still have people go to the Tomeo Center. They can go to the service and stay there till the afternoon. But we have to firm up those two locations, which we're working on today. And we had one meeting yesterday. We had phone conferences today. It's just Saturday and Sunday right now, but we'll have something in place where if people need to get out of the weather, we're going to have a spot for them to go. It's just not firmed yet. I think it might be First Baptist, but we're not there yet.
Okay. And continue to follow the city on social media.
Absolutely.
We'll also have the information. We'll forward that once it becomes official. So
great. There'll be a press release going out later today, probably.
Yeah. I want to shift gears now tonight. As we're speaking, the Governor Maura Healey is going to be presenting her first State of the State address. We don't know much of the details and how it could impact a city like Fall River, but there's one little nugget that she did bring up yesterday, and that is the state investing more in pre-K education. I know we've talked about over the past year or so that the city has been fully involved in this, providing a free pre-K for residents in Fall River. From what you know, how could this possibly impact what the city is doing, maybe supplementing some income?
Right. I believe that's what it'll be, some income that can come into our pre-K programs. As you know, we've now used the old Atlantis Charter School. I think it's 2501 South Main Street. Right now, we're only using that strictly as a pre-K building. The first couple of floors are all classrooms for our pre-K. We're looking at another building that we want to put some renovations in, which this money may help with, to get more pre-K kids in. We think that's the way to get kids better prepared for both kindergarten and grade one, is give them a solid foundation in pre-K. And we're working hard to expand our seats there. We still have St. Anthony of the Desert. We rent the old Montessori school from them. So we're not going to let our foot off the pedal there. If we can get more seats, and the state decides, because obviously they are, that it's very important, we're going to go with them.
I know you mentioned, I believe, at the South facility, you have, I believe, 120 seats there.
Yeah, I think we have about 120 kids out there right now. Yep.
Yeah. How does it? Yeah, I mean, how's the registration been this year? I mean, are there more parents taking advantage of this than in years past? Do you know those numbers?
I think our numbers are up across the district. Some districts enrollment's down, but I believe Fall River's up. Might have been 150 students at one point. I don't know where we are right now, but our pre-K numbers are definitely bubbling up, and we are trying to make more seats to accommodate more kids right now.
Yeah. Moving forward on other topics, there's been a lot of talk about some of the property that the city owns. The city looks like it may be getting back some of the properties, some of the schools. How difficult is that process where the city, sells a piece of property or is looking to sell a piece of property? You may not get the interest and you may need to pull that back. I'm talking about, the Sylvia School has been talked about, former Lincoln School, even though that's being developed. I guess it's a work in progress constantly on these old buildings.
Right, it is. But, again, we inherited these issues and we're trying to make our way out of them. The Sylvia School was an area that had been bounced around for different ideas. We actually had a couple of people look at it with the present, the last owner who bought it from the city for whatever it was, $5,000 or $10,000 a few years back. They were going to put a boutique hotel there. That never came to fruition. We had someone else go in there and look at the possibility of putting a hotel in there. That didn't play out. So now we're going to take it back. I am pleased that there are 2 or 3 developers that have called about the site because Fall River is still a very hot market that may want to tackle it. There's some brownfield issues there. There's decay like you've never seen. And I would think the building has to come down, but some of these architects and contractors can do tremendous work. So we'll see how it ends up. But we're going to try to move that back off the city's property list as fast as we can, depending on the work involved. And it's the same thing with the police station. We had actually had people working in there at one time during my terms, but they didn't finish it. They weren't able to follow through. The building was decaying again around them, and these are real big jobs, but they've been on death's door for 20 years. So we're going to try to see our way through them because they're important to the city, and development is what we need to keep Fall River moving and to keep the jobs coming. So we're going to work our way through it, but these are headaches that take a lot of effort.
Yeah. Of course, the Bank Street Armory proposal still before the city council. Do you have to resubmit that? Is it still before them? And any progress you can report on potentially the council voting on this?
Well, no, as you know, the council decided that they would rather keep it in the city's hands right now. I still, as I've said, I'm waiting for some ideas from the council. They've sent a few. We've looked at them. We've vetted them. But the problem there again is when you look at what's going on with the state, with the financing and potential 9C cuts, we don't have the money to tackle a job that big. And that is a big job. You're talking, double digits, millions of dollars. And it's, I don't want to Band-Aid it. I don't think I can run it afterwards. I've seen numbers like $250,000 to $500,000 a year to maintain it. Moving towards where we're going, both with trash, with Diamond, with increased costs for our employees. I don't think we can absorb those costs. I have an idea. I'd like to see us renovate that building. 84 North Main Street, which is right at the top, is now going through some preliminary work to be renovated. And that would be another great strip in Fall River that could lead to the restaurants at the top or walking downtown. We need more foot traffic downtown. And that's what I support, but I'm willing to listen to anybody's plan as long as they have a way to pay for it.
Is Mr. Macumber's plan still on the table, or has he
It's
kind of
still
backed
sitting
out?
there right now. He has not notified me that he's pulling out. So again, it could come up, but we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah. All right, Mayor Paul Coogan, as always, thank you for your time. Continue to keep us up to date on the warming centers for this weekend, and we'll be glad to pass it along. We'll talk again next week. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Keith. Thank you.
All right. And thank you for joining us, as always, in FRC Media. Have a great week.